Great leaders create great experiences, and great leaders are also able to inspire their employees, which in turn inspire their customers. But how do we know what leadership looks like within a large organization? And how can we be sure that the companies and brands that we buy into are led by great leaders? So to start, we need to talk about how brands fail when they aren't led by great leaders. So without great leaders, the workforce within the organization might be hesitant to follow or commit to company values. And we know of brands that have taken hits because of leaders who are not self-aware or they're inauthentic. But we also know of brands that have succeeded because leadership is true to who they are, and they don't budge on their core beliefs. Brands that come to mind in this category, Patagonia, or Nike, or Bumble. But you don't have to be a Fortune 500 company to practice great leadership within your organization. In fact, one neighborhood grocery store is practicing a specific trait that makes them an excellent leader in their category. Trader Joe's is a relatively small grocery store chain headquartered in Monrovia, California. Each store consists of mainly private labels. Every employee wears a Hawaiian shirt, and you're probably going to walk out of the store with something you've never tried before. The brand has what many might call a cult following. Fans and fanatics of the brand tend to follow Instagram pages dedicated to food products, listen to podcast episodes, and they declare loyalty on that specific grocery store. Yes, all of these things make Trader Joe's a really unique experience, but the leadership is what makes this grocery store extremely special. So what is Trader Joe's doing specifically? Well, there's three main areas that we're going to talk about. The first is that the leaders of the company set goals, priorities, and they maintain standards. So for Trader Joe's, this means that they're never going to sell products online. They're only going to be an in-store experience. And they've created this set experience for stores so that consumers know exactly what they're going to get when they walk into each Trader Joe's. They also have Trader Joe's University where employees can learn about their values and they can gain a mentorship experience. The second thing that Trader Joe's is doing well is that they practice strong values at the core of their company. Things like sustainability and friendliness. These drive every single Trader Joe's store throughout the country. So you know you're going to get the same treatment at a store in St. Louis or at a store in California or Boston or Chicago, wherever you might go. And that's something that's really special to the brand. The third is the recognition to create internal commitment for crew members. And this here is the most important, and it's what we're going to focus on primarily. So there's a great reading that talks about how we as leaders can achieve recognition and promote that within our company. It's called Empowerment, the Emperor's New Clothes. And within the reading, Chris Argyris talks about internal commitment. So what's internal commitment? Well, as the name implies, internal commitment comes from within. Individuals are committed to a particular project, person, or program based on their own reasons or motivations. The idea of internal commitment is closely related to empowerment, like I mentioned before. And the more the top managers want to build internal commitment from their employees, the more it must try to involve those employees in things like work objectives, specifying how to achieve them, and setting targets. So really bring those employees into the process from day one. So let's bring it back to Trader Joe's. And how does this work for that company? So a quick example, the last time I was there was actually about a week ago. I was perusing the aisles and I had to make a stop at my favorite section, the sampling section. And I always notice that there's little bits of each employee sprinkled throughout, especially when we sample food. And this time there was a recipe that an employee of Trader Joe's in that location had created. And it was Tim's famous tailgate chili. And it was a chili created just by products in that Trader Joe's store. And I thought that was really unique that that company and that exact location were willing to promote something that their crew member and their employee had taken the time to create himself. So recognition and empowerment is extremely important. Create that internal commitment because we know that it works. When employees feel valued, they want to take the extra step to make that company better. So for instance, Tim's Tailgate Chili. It made my day a little better as I was shopping in the store, and that employee, that crew member, felt extremely recognized for having their recipe displayed to the store. Thank you for listening, and I hope you learned a little bit about Trader Joe's and how their business model and their leadership methods make them a successful company. Thank you.